When I was here, I was a little bit nervous, and the translation is really good because you can connect with the people who is here in the high school. You can think like, oh, I'm like you.
Poetry Inside Out is a multicultural, multilingual literacy program that uses the collaborative translation of poetry to get kids to engage and see the power in their own cultural and linguistic heritage, as well as the cultural and linguistic heritage of others.
The poetry process itself brings the self out front.
I get excited. I think when the teacher gets excited, the student also sense that and they get excited.
Regardless of institutional constraints that work to strip away your agency, there's always ways to pivot in the classroom.
It seems like it's this kind of artsy, kind of touchy-feely thing, but actually it's everything that they would like to see in our classrooms. It really hits the standards.
This is a small biography.
We start with the author's biography, we read through it, and then there's an element of discussion there as a whole group.
His father, he was an army captain, and he was absent because he left when he was very young.
And then you have students work in pairs on the phrase-by-phrase translation.
Once again, the different words like exposed, naked, bare, all that. He feels like kind of not hopeless, but at the same time hopeless because he feels like he doesn't have anyone to be there for him.
And then they have to come together with the other partnership and negotiate meaning.
And that's where the real magic happens, because they have to have a lot of really rigorous conversations around word choice and word order, their own imaginings around what's happening in the world of the poem.
The place itself is exposed,
or
it could be that the person goes to the place to be exposed.
Oh, like maybe vulnerability. I see.
So we were thinking it could mean two different things. You get stuck on a line, and then you hear someone else's ideas, and then something just clicks inside your mind, and everything flows from there.
It's maybe talking about how you should stay your person, you should
and I feel
even when you're going.
Maybe let's also talking about comfort zones, because how comfort zones when you're in your most vulnerable spot, you feel the need to stay in place and
Translation is like this slow reveal. There's alien sounds and alien text, and then slowly, as you work through it, meaning starts to become apparent.
One of the parts we're talking about how feeling vulnerable, right? But also being stubborn. We got to clash between those and come to a conclusion where we can feel safe about our poem,
It's so simple in a way in terms of the structure, but then the depth of conversation as we translating the poem, it could take you to so many places.
So when I'm talking about how it might be him leaving this country, what if instead of saying we leave at night, because they we escape?
Ooh, I like that. We flee.
All you need is the poem page and the human beings in the room, and I've never had it not work.
While trying to get the meaning of the original poem, little aspects of yourself also go into the poem. One of the lines was hurling stones against the wind. I kind of felt like that was going against all the obstacles in your life and facing the challenges despite people telling you that you couldn't. And I feel like that just hit something inside of me.
There's not this one right answer, and that can actually bring to this space of understanding each other, and not understanding each other because we are similar or that we agree upon something, but understanding with each other because we are negotiating meaning. And when we're negotiating meaning, that's different. And it's okay, and it's enjoyable, and it's alive, and it's energetic.
We flee in the dark, not remembering that we are blind, to arrive in unfamiliar territory, bare and exposed, which craves our voices. We travel towards the shore in order to speak our thoughts and to skip rocks into the quiet light.
Hurling rocks into the wind.
Continuing to cast my burdens to the void. Travel towards the shore, throwing our voices against the wind.
One of the things that I noticed when we started doing Poetry Inside Out is that everybody was awake, and everybody was animatedly talking. I just remember thinking to myself, poetry, like, this is magic.
Thank you, Poetry Inside Out, because at this point in my career, when it's been a very long career, this is stuff that energizes me.
Yeah, I felt like it was really fun to do,